I'm not gonna lie, I've really calmed down because the way I was about to put a curse on this boys, I swear down, bro, I was so pissed. I went to the gym, I was so pissed. I couldn't even fucking work out properly. Everything that happened today was Arteta's fault. Everything. He decided to keep the same 11 that beat West Ham, beat Burnley, and decided, okay, I'm not going to drop anybody for a Champions League game round 16 against Porto away. That team, that Porto team, needed somebody who could run from behind because they ain't got legs. And he left Trossard and Havertz on for 70 minutes. This is absolutely madness. And Emil Smith-Rowe, that's his speciality, is sitting on the bench. We can't rely on Odegaard. You have to have an alternation with him because this guy, even though he's been performing well, when there's a low block like that, he's not the player for it. I'll be honest, bro. He's actually not. You have Vieira there that came back from the bench, came back from injury and on the bench, chilling. Against his old club as well. Just chilling there. Did not play a single minute. He didn't start Jorginho, which I felt like he should have done in the first place. I thought, this is a tough game. He needs experience. And he left. Trossard is not a Champions League player. I don't give a fuck, bro. Trossard is not a Champions League player. He's not. He's a squad player for a Champions League team, but he's not a Champions League player. There's a difference. He kept the same 11, and the first 30 minutes, yeah, they could have actually scored. Like, their XG is probably higher. We didn't even have a shot on target, actually. Like, I'm honestly, sometimes when I think about Arsenal, yeah, and I don't get gassed about this shit because sometimes when I think about Arsenal fans, yeah, I've seen a lot on Twitter, bro. I've seen a lot on Twitter, bro. These people, I've been an Arsenal fan since I was 8 years old, 9 years old. I've seen it, bro. I've seen us literally crumble in the Champions League. Some of these men, I've never seen Arsenal in the Champions League before, actually. And they were so hyped, bro. So hyped. I was hearing pray for Porto. Pray for Porto. Do you know who Arsenal are in the Champions League? Like, we need to calm the fuck down sometimes as fans, you know. And speaking of calming down, because Trossard has scored and Havertz has scored, I was hearing things like, leave that BCM at home. Obviously, in reference to Gabi Jesus. Now, I'm not saying Gabi Jesus is one world-class striker, do you get it? Like, this guy even said himself he's not a striker, do you get it? But one thing about that guy is he will trouble you. He will trouble your defense. He will trouble them because he's unpredictable. He's skillful. He's silky, and on his day he can finish. But what that defense needed was someone to disrupt that defense because they were solid the whole time, and they were confident that there was no runners at behind because Martinelli wasn't getting any service to do so. Kivia wasn't off an overlap. I thought Odegaard today was so bad, bro. We can't keep relying on this guy, bro. I'm sorry. Like, Arsenal, we're too young of a team to try and do something like this. I'm sorry. Like, we're too young of a team. Arteta should not have started Havertz today or Trossard today. Any of the two, because we needed Jorginho today. How can Jorginho drop that performance against Liverpool and then get dropped? Like, he's one of the reasons why we won that game. And he just got dropped. And then Champions League knockout round in Porto, where he won the location where he won the Champions League with Chelsea. You're leaving him on the bench and you bringing him on in the last 15 minutes. You're taking the piss, Mikel. You're really taking the piss. And I do back you still. I'm not trying to go here and start saying Arteta out. I'm not an idiot. But this is on him. This is on him. This game needed runners, a different creator, an alternative creator to Odegaard, and Jesus. Okay, Jesus is injured, fine, but you had Gabi Jesus, and you had Vieira on the bench. I mean, you had ASR, and you had Vieira on the bench, and you didn't use any of them. Like, if you're not willing to travel, don't go. Don't put them in the bench. It's literally the same fucking argument. If you're not fit to start in the bench, start, and don't be on the bench. That's what it is. If you're not fit to play, don't be on the bench. Just be in the bench warmer. It's calm. Just stay in London, recover, be with party. It's just ridiculous, bro. There was no one that was good in that game. There's absolutely no one. Saliba, I was thinking, am I with Mustafi again, bro? Like, that's how bad he was tonight, bro. The passing was off. The passing was either too short or too stupid or overhit, and the touch was over. It was heavy. It was just ridiculous today. Like, I was just thinking, bro, is this 2020 Arsenal, or am I watching? What am I watching, bro? I swear down, you guys, I have seriously calmed down because I can't emphasize how much Arsenal pissed me off tonight, because it's been a long time. What, 7 years? 7 years Arsenal been in the round of 16. 7 years, bro. 7 years, 8 years. I've seen my team in the round of 16. Some people's, this is the first time seeing Arsenal in the Champions League. And this is how they disappoint, man. This is how they disappoint, man. But the thing is, as a long-time Arsenal fan, you should know that you shouldn't trust this player, this team. You should never trust Arsenal, no matter what decade. You should never do it, because European pedigree, we don't have it. We can't cap. We don't have that European pedigree. We don't. Not to say that on our day we can't beat people like Bayern Munich and Real Madrid and even Man City. We've done that this season. But when it comes to European football, Arsenal need to relax, especially because the players have never played that. We haven't, as a collective, played Champions League knockout stages. We haven't. You can't be cocky. You can't be cocky as fans. You can't do it because the players haven't done it. And then all they're going to do is just embarrass you. And that guy, that goalkeeper, what's his name? That Spanish goalkeeper, there's the goalkeeper. It was right. And I know it hurt people. It hurt me, but he's right. Arsenal have to show that we're about it. And we didn't show that tonight. We had 0 shots on target. Now, I want to say something as well, because I felt like their players were absolutely jarring, bro. Like, I swear, I could have had a drinking game every time Porto players fall on the ground, holding their face, holding their ankle, bro. Especially in corners and set pieces. Like, bro, like, you're embarrassing yourself. But these are the sort of tactics that you do in the Champions League, because they have experience and know what it's like. They know how to jar players. Do you know what I mean? It's just experience, but they have one of the most experienced players in Pepe in the back. And I've seen people like, oh yeah, Pepe against Martinelli, play for Porto. Nobody was good today. Absolutely nobody. You can't tell me anybody played well today. Saliba, Mustafi. He became Mustafi tonight. Gabriel, his touches, and he sometimes the ball will just roll off him. Like, I don't get it. Are you like some sort of like slope? Like, what the fuck, bro? Like, come correct. Kivior. I was seeing compilations about Kivior, but he doesn't offer overlap. He doesn't offer overlap. Defensively, he's not some hidden gem that we had all this time for Shevchenko. No, he was not. He is a squad player. Kivior is a squad player at best. Okay, Ben White today, the inverted midfielder thing, it didn't really come to effect, because as soon as Declan Rice got a yellow card, he couldn't really do that much because he couldn't risk it, especially away from home in Champions League. So I felt like he couldn't really dictate like that. But yeah, should I start rating people? Let me start rating people. Raya. Okay, I just want to start off by saying that it's not his fault. Okay, let me tell you whose fault it was. Martinelli and Rice. That's whose fault it was. Okay, a little bit of Odegaard, but I'm gonna really hate on Odegaard today because I was really disappointed in my captain, and I've been saying that this guy is a fool of a captain. I'm sorry, he really is. This leadership team that people think he has, I don't see it. Okay, I'm just a bit old-fashioned. I know what a leader looks like. He ain't it. I'm sorry, but anyway, let me get through it. I thought Raya didn't really have much to do though. Like, apart from that chance they had in the first half, which you couldn't have done anything with, that goal is not his fault. It's not. It's just a really good goal. If you just watch that goal again, it's literally placed in the bottom right corner. Like, it's a fantastic goal. So I'm just gonna give the guy a 6, bro. Ben White, I'm gonna give him a 6. Average play, average performance. That right hand side wasn't really getting that much attacks anyway. But the thing is, they didn't even have the ball like that. I'm really interested to see the possession stats because I don't remember them having the ball like that. And it's just mad that they just won it at the dying minutes, bro. But anyway, I'm giving him a 6. Saliba, I'm giving it a 2 or 3. Because there was one tackle he did in the second half, and I thought, yeah, okay, maybe you're getting back into gear. But other than that, today he was poor. His passing was poor. His coordination, fucking hell, man. Mustafi time. Mustafi vibes, man. Just gets a 3. Gabriel, he's probably the best out of the 2 centre backs. I'll give him a 4. But his control and his passing, it was just the same theme of the whole team. It was just, gosh, I give him a 4. Kivio, I'm gonna I'm giving him a 2. He didn't offer anything today. He didn't offer anything. That left hand side again is just, it was just dreadful, bro. That left-hand side of Arsenal, from defense to attack, is actually malnourished. It's crazy. I'm giving that guy a 2, bro. Declan Rice, if I'll be honest, was probably if you had to pick a man of the match, he was probably it. Because even when you got the yellow card, I thought he made some. The thing is about Declan Rice is, there's some passes that he can't do that Partey does. Do you get it? Like diagonal ones. He can't do it. He can't do diagonal balls, bro. And this is weird because he's basically a set piece player, but he can't do diagonal balls. It's not his game, bro. But I'll still give him like a 7. Because I still thought, like, he made some good tackles, some forward passes to Odegaard, which Odegaard couldn't control, but we'll get to him. We will get to him. Who's next? Trossard. This guy is not a Champions League player. Okay, I'm sorry. I know he's got a couple Champions League goals. I'm sorry, but like, this is not a Champions League player. You cannot start someone like Trossard in the Champions League knockouts. You can't do it. You just can't do it. Just forget about the Champions League if you start Trossard. I'm not even lying to you. As soon as Gabriel Jesus comes back, you put him in there because this guy at least has experience in that competition, and he's got a good record actually goals wise. So yeah, bring him back. Trossard gets a 2. I can't tell you how many times this man miscontrolled the ball, and he shoots in some audacious places, and his finishing as well is so bad. Like, I don't know who he thinks he is. He needs to calm down. I think he needs to return to the bench to remember who he is, because there was one shot he did in the first half, and I said, "Are you actually skunks?" And then he missed a really, really, really well thought out corner. He just missed. I was just like, 2, and get him off the list at 11. Havertz. It just wasn't the game for him, bro. I thought out of all the midfield 3, actually, as in, actually, I just realised that's not my midfield 3. But I feel like after Declan Rice, I'll probably give Havertz better, because I thought actually he was alright. But he just wasn't making those runs, bro. He's the guy that needs to be making those runs. I know him and Trossard kind of alternate who's at false 9, but I think he's better to do it because at least he has height to get it, to bring down balls and shit. But I'll give him a 5. I give him a 5. I know people out there will give Havertz like a 0. So it's all Havertz for, ooh. And forget Trossard. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever. Just keep your agenda. But I'm giving. He was probably the second best player in the pitch. Martinelli 1. He's the reason why we conceded in the last minute. I don't know what pass he was trying to do there. It was kind of idiotic, actually. It was, guys, I can't tell you how pissed off I was. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I'm just thinking about how he just didn't even hit anybody. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, Saka and Odegaard were there. It just went between them. I'm just thinking, okay, that left hand side is malnourished. Like, this guy can't do everything, so especially when he's double defended. You know, he's double down defense. Like, he's man marked by two players. It's hard, and when you don't have anyone that can overlap you, and you don't really have a proper one and Havertz, it's kind of mad, bro. So I get that, but at the same time, you know, we needed that pace up behind, and he didn't really do that. So, one, ineffective. Bukayo Saka, I still think he's a world-class player, but these are the kind of games where you shut people up. You know, Rio Ferdinand, they made a whole thing about it. Can you imagine, yeah? They made a whole list for Rio Ferdinand saying what is world-class. A whole fucking list, bro. And he wasn't in it, obviously, because he's been talking about how he's not world-class because he's not in the Champions League. These are the kind of games you do it in, you get it, and then he just... He was just really poor tonight, I'm not gonna lie. He's getting it too, because he was still better than Martinelli. But yeah, that's my match review, lot. I was gonna make a shorts, but I'm still probably gonna make a shorts, but I was just too pissed off at this team, bro. And like I said, I truly believe that Arsenal should not have started in that same 11. It was just not. I wanted Jorginho, and it's not a lot of times where I say that, but I just know that in the away games, you need experience, and Arteta will learn from this, but he will know that this is his fault. He will know. I haven't even heard his post-match comments, but I probably wouldn't be surprised if he said that it was his fault, because it was. But yeah, look. We're not out. We're not out, okay? And we are still one of the favourites to win this Champions League. I truly believe that. I know I talked about how we have a lack of experience, but Arsenal's quality is actually phenomenal. I think truly we're the second best team, honestly, in that competition. I do. And I do think that Arsenal can beat Real Madrid and Bayern Munich. I do. And Inter Milan. I do. But tonight was a proper humbling. A proper humbling to remember where we were as fans, to remember who we are, to remember what we have to do, because if we don't win the next game, we're out. So do you get it? Like, it's serious, but I feel like we'll be comfortable at home. I do, because I think we'll get the injuries, the players back from injury. Like Gabriel Jesus will be back. We'll have Thomas Partey back. And that game won't need a Jorginho. We'll need a Partey in that game, 1,000,000%. And an alternative to Odegaard. But Arteta knows it's his fault tonight. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Smash the like button, subscribe, and all that. And I'll see you next time. And also, let's hope that we beat fucking Newcastle. Because if we don't win that, forget the title. Because if we can't beat fucking Newcastle with basically the using Eddie Howe's fucking Gardner at left back and the striker is his fucking, I don't fucking know, he's fucking gym instructor, I don't fucking know, because I just don't have any fucking players. If we don't fucking beat Newcastle, just forget this title race. Big man thing, bro. In a bit.